We're about to put it on.
We can do it. We're gonna put it on. Are you surprised it worked? I could tell you had your doubts.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I could tell from the look in your eye.
Now we're moving on, and we're moving on to something a little more fun. We're pulling out the toys.
And hopefully it comes out perfectly, because if not, your boy Uncle Matty gonna be in the doghouse.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today is exciting because on the last episode we couldn't source the wood to finish our fence. We have now got it. We went to San Juan, we picked it up, and today we're gonna quickly finish that fence off, and then we're getting into something that I think is pretty exciting and pretty cool.
It's exciting and cool. We're trying to work on the gate. It's going to be some problem solving. I've never worked ever with something like this, so it's going to be a little bit, you know, having to plug and play as I go. I'm always nervous whenever I have to do a job that I've never done before because I don't want to completely screw it up. And I worked pretty hard on that gate, so I don't want to be drilling a bunch of errant holes in it. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to pull up, hit a beeper, gate open and close. So, you know, we're getting closer to closing it up and getting it done with. So I'm happy about that. I'm excited, and you know, maybe it's just simple. Maybe it's easy and I don't run into no problems.
I think it's gonna be easy.
We'll see.
All right, we finally got all the planks put up on the frame. It's not looking too great because we have to chop the top. Now, this is the hard part of trying to get the angle perfectly. We want it to be looking good with the slope of the land, but we don't want it to be too sharp where it's like, what the heck's going on? So hopefully this goes well.
Got my guide up. It's looking good. Kristen said when I was putting it up, working painstakingly, do you think this is going to actually work to make it precision precise? And I said, girl, I said, don't question your man, because the bakery's open and you want whiter wheat is what I told her. And she said, don't you dare talk to me like that, boy. Just get my fence right. And I said, yes, ma'am. So I think we got it up. It's going to go straight, and I think it's going to look really good. I got my guide, just got to rip my rip saw, and hopefully it comes out perfectly, because if not, your boy Uncle Matty gonna be in the doghouse.
The fence looks great, the angle looks fine, you don't even notice it, so I think we did a good job. We made the right decisions, the right choices, and you killed it on the cuts. So now we're moving on, and we're moving on to something a little more fun. We're pulling out the toys.
Pulling out the toys, pulling out the gate arms. The gate definitely needs to be shaved in the middle. It's super tight, but I wanted to have as much wood in there. I didn't want to shave it out too early and then it shrinks and then I have an even bigger gap. So I will eventually have to sand that out, but I think the first thing we should do is get our arms out, start looking at where they're going to go, and start maybe getting that set up for today.
Yeah, so if we didn't say, I don't even know if we said properly in this video, we are making our gate into an electric gate by solar. We got two 12-volt batteries, and we have a little solar setup. We got the arms and the kit off Amazon. I'll probably link that down below if anyone's interested in looking at it. And we're gonna try to set that up.
Yep, it's not gonna be easy. It's a bunch of moving parts that gotta open and close in a certain way. But you know what? If anyone's up to the task, it's me and Kristen.R.Davis. All right, so we thought we were going to get into it yesterday. The weather was not playing the role with us, but it was probably a blessing in disguise because when we were sitting in the truck waiting for the rain to go by, we started reading those instructions. They seemed a little more complex than we initially had thought.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot of math and trigonometries and whatnot. So we read over that. We're feeling good about it. Weather looks okay today, so I think we're ready to rip it and start, you know.
We're about to put it on.
We can do it. We're going to put it on. We pre-assembled both of the extender arms, and now we have our spots where we are pretty sure where it has to go with all the figurings and all the math that we had to do. We couldn't film it because unfortunately we both had to hold it and shimmy it back and forth. So we got our two holes. We think it's going to work. Now I have to do a mount. So I got to drill these holes in my beautiful wall, and then we're going to be drilling it to the gate, and then hopefully it works, but we won't know till we're done with all the work and it's wired in. Then we'll see if it opens or closes. But right now you just got to take the plunge and do it. All right, so we had to step off of the instructions for a little bit because the instructions has this drilling all the way through and bolting, so it's much more heavy duty, but the gate swings pretty well. So instead of having those bolts all the way through the gate where it's just going to look hideous, we just attached fasteners here and then Tapcons into the wall. It's super solid. I mean, I don't feel like it's ever going to be an issue. Maybe if it's like a 60-mile-an-hour wind coming from this way and we try to open it, it might and pull out. But we can also come back to this later and epoxy in a bolt or like set in a bolt to bolt it all together. So it's pretty solid. I'm feeling really good about it. We had to deviate because I'm not gonna go hard making this a fastener-less fence and then just start drilling giant half-inch bolts through it toward the very end. I'm not gonna do that at the finish line. So because we made the gate as tight as we could possibly make it with little tiny gaps, when you go to close it, because of whatever it is, the openings were a little out of square or the gate sagged a 1/4 inch, there's a little bit of touching at the top. So I'm just going to take my belt sander, ever so slightly shave out a little tiny bit so that the gates can open and close freely, and then we can adjust the arms to close them to the right depth and distance.
What's it look like?
It's getting close. Gotta get a little bit marble.
Matt's favorite part is came up on this gate. When we built the driveway, we knew we were going to do an electric gate, so we decided to put a tube underneath a pipe. What is it called? A pipe?
A tube underneath the pipe, underneath the tube. No, we put a little conduit underneath of the driveway that we poured.
So now we have to dig it up though, because a lot of gravel got poured on it while we were making our driveway. So Matt needs to dig it up, unfortunately for him. And we have to be able to put our wires through it. So let's see how this goes. Maybe it won't be too hard.
It'll be alright. It'll be alright.
What the heck is that?
Goddamn plastic bag. Is that okay? I think that went pretty easy on this side.
You found it already?
Yeah, that's it right there.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you taped it shut.
Yeah, so the dirt didn't go inside.
Nice job.
Well, you know,
Thinking ahead.
Well, yeah, because they say it's better to be a smart feller than a fart smeller. You know what I'm saying?
Never heard that before.
Because I'm a smart feller. Well, I guess we all know what that makes you.
Get out of here. Oh, there it is.
Don't ever disrespect me.
He's saying that because I thought he stuccoed it.
She was saying, uh-oh. Looks like you stuccoed this one shut, little boy. She said, little tiny baby boy. And I said,
never said that.
I said, don't ever disrespect me. Okay, so now we're ready to run our wire through. The easiest way to do that, it's about a 13-foot run, is we're going to tie a little plastic ball here, stick it in the pipe with some string, and then we're going to hopefully suck the string all the way through with our vacuum. And then once we're through with our string, we can tie the string to the wire, run the wire through, and then that'll be completed. We can backfill our conduit so water doesn't go in, and should work pretty well. I've seen this done. Hopefully it works for us. This is just a pro tip right here. Let off or put a stop to how much line you want to go through. So when it does eventually start taking it, the vacuum doesn't just suck up all of it and it goes into the back of the vacuum, because that'll make it harder to get out.
It worked.
It
Ta-da.
did. Are you surprised it worked? I could tell you had your doubts.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I could tell from the look in your eye. All right, so now I'm tying my wire up to feed it through. Now this is where a lot of guys would be tempted to tie it to the end that I went through and then pull it out so that my line's clean and everything like that. But I actually tie it on the back end so that I can pull it through and I can leave a string in the line, because now that I have this through this conduit, if I ever need to feed another line through, it'd be a lot harder to get that bag to suck through. So I leave the line in there, so if I ever need to dig it up, I can just tie a new wire to it, run a new wire through, and it's all good. So this string is cheap. It's, you know, a nickel a foot. Leave it in the hole, leave it in the pipe so that you can get a conduit through later if you need to.
You did it.
Just like that, it's through, voila. And then I will use whatever I need out of this line, and then I'll just bundle this up so that it can stay right there for, like I said, later in life. If I gotta run another line, it's easy to do so.
All right, guys, today is the day that we get this thing up and moving. We ran out of time yesterday, or whenever that was.
We're out of time every day because it rains, monsoon rains, you know. Move to a rainforest, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I'm gonna quit complaining about the rain because it's making the veggies grow good. And, you know, we can't be mad about that. But we have to get it done. We should be down to the wire here. I want my gate opening and closing today because I'm tired of getting out of my car to leave my property like a peasant. You know, I need my beeper. So, you know, y'all know me on this channel. I'm spoiled, so this has been hard on me. And let's get it done today. Let's do it. All right, so the next thing I got to do is hook the arms to the control panel. I have 5 wires color coded that I have to do. One thing I'll say, Toppins, you should have put little colored dots on this to just make it a lot easier for the person installing. Instead, I have to follow these lines that squiggle up a page to find the right thing. So y'all could have done a little bit better on that, but I'm gonna get it done so that my doors can open and close. And then once that's connected, then I connect the control panel to the battery, and then I should be able to see if they move from that point. And then once everything's working properly, then I connect my battery to my solar panels, and then I have a fully automated, self-reliant, self-sustaining system. Now that those are connected, I gotta hook up the control panel to the battery.
We got the remote controlled what we think is...
I spilled battery acid on me and it
What?
gave me a rash. One of the caps was loose on one of those batteries when I took it off the back of the truck, and it spilled all over me. And
It gave you a rash?
yeah, I didn't cry about it because I wanted to get this done before the rain came in. It looks like I'm barely gonna beat it. But anyway, you tell the people.
Anyways, we think we got the remote control programmed. We're gonna hit the button. We wanted to hit it for the first time with you guys, so if something screws up, we can make fun of ourselves because that's our favorite thing to do.
I'm not making fun of myself. I know I #got this.
Okay, let's try it. One's opening.
Just one?
Oh, the other one's coming along. That's probably a reason for that, right?
I'm guessing. Y'all gate experts, let me know, is there a reason one opens before the other?
It's opening.
We got a little creak. All right, no big deal.
You gotta oil up that hinge.
Not loving it, but it's fine.
Ta-da! And then we drive right through.
Okay. All right.
It worked. It worked.
Well, now we got to see if it closes properly. For some reason, they're like, this one opens a little more and this one opens a little less. So they're like cocked. I wonder why that happened.
It's not perfect. One's a little less open, but that's fine. If you put your arm in there, would it get chopped off? Don't do it! Don't do it! Stop! Stop! There's no sensors. Stop! Alright, that looks good. Now no one can come in. Alright guys, today was a great week. We got our fence.
How today gonna be a great week?
Alright guys, this was a great week. We cut and finished off that other side of the fence that was looming over us to get that done. Now it's done, and not only that, we now have fancy electric doors. I think we're gonna need to make a little bit of adjustments on there.
It seems like it's gonna be easy to adjust. So I'm not worried about that. I'm pretty hyped on it actually. It works really well. The range on this thing is pretty good, so we can hit the button when we come around the corner and the gate will be open when we get there, so we don't got to hold up traffic. But yeah, I'm excited about the front area. I did not get as much done as I had wanted to initially before the wedding, but you know, the last thing we have to really do to have it, you know, somewhat finished is finishing the chain link on the side, which is going to be a massive job, and then finishing this door, and then basically we're just at decorations, lights. We're at fun beautification at that point and smaller projects. So all the big, hard, crazy stuff is going. And you know, we didn't get it completely done before the wedding. You know, we're leaving soon and we're gonna get married. So listen, and y'all can tell, I don't know if anyone of y'all know, but let Tyra Banks know she only got 1 week left till I'm married. So if she's trying to hit me up, you know, let her know that I'm about to be off the market for real.
You could probably do younger than Tyra.
No, Tyra Banks. Hey girl, how you doing?
Anyways, guys, it's been a great week. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you guys in the next week.
Yeah, and try that what she said earlier with your boss. Come in on Monday and say, today's been a great week. See ya. You know, see if that works for y'all, because that might be a new thing. Maybe that's the, you know, last week we said work harder, not smarter. We might make a t-shirt. Maybe we'll make a t-shirt that says, today's been a good week. I'm done. Sometimes, you know, your days run a little long and one day can feel like a whole week. So maybe merch, say Farming GBU. Today's been a good week.
We need a vacation.
We do.
Bye.